right, welcome back to the Built to Grow podcast. I'm your host, Tim Lyons, joined by Randy Angston.
Good day, my friend.
What's going on, Mang?
Oh, just living the dream out here in the
2025.
20. Yes, it is. It is 12. I had to think about what we were getting at there.
Hashtag 2025. All right, well, quick announcement, guys. We just booked Jesse Eitzler for the Iron Circle.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know who Jesse is, but Jesse, I would assume, reading his bio and watching his stuff over the last several months, he's the most interesting man in the world.
Oh,
This guy started out as like a rapper with flop after flop after flop, and then he had one little kind of minor hit, and then he ended up making for the New York Knicks, their rap song that they adopted and bought from him, and then parlayed into this and that, and Coconut Water, and then Marquis Jets.
Yep.
Was sold to
NetJet.
Yeah, but
who?
What's his name? Warren Buffett. So Warren Buffett's company acquired his Marquis Jet, and he's married to the lady who created Spanx.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, he's a part owner of the Atlanta
Falcons.
The Hawks. Atlanta Hawks. Well, we don't watch a lot of basketball, but the guy's the most interesting man in the world, and we've tracked this guy down. He's going to be in Finland. And he's going to be doing a virtual event for our Iron Circle members. And, he's also the guy you see the ads of the big ass calendar.
Mm-hmm.
Super cool calendar. It's just the system to plan your year out. And he's really focused on, personal time. He's like, yeah, your work fills in all of your time. And then you kind of take what's left for the personal. He's like, put your personal in. It's just like profit first.
Yeah.
Put your personal stuff in there and then work around it. I was like, oh, interesting concept. He's got color-coded stuff. Anyways, Jesse's he's going to be our guest. We're going to do a virtual event for the Iron Circle. It's our mastermind, guys. If you want to get in on that, ironcircle.net. We are now back open. We are enrolling again. We stopped enrolling for the last 6 months for the Iron Circle. As of January 15th, we are now back open and taking applications for that. So. Yeah. Excited to have Jesse on, but that was a cool announcement. And then we've got our keynote as well for the Growth Summit too. We'll announce that later. But
fun fact, I don't know if you knew this. Jesse's commented or replied to our reels and things like that about the podcast.
Get out!
Yeah,
no way.
Yeah, I'll find out. I sent it to you. It's probably been a year and a half ago, but yeah. He knows who we are.
He's a real dude. Yeah, that's why he's that's what he said to our gal that booked it. Is like, yeah, I know those guys.
Yeah,
we can get them in.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, awesome. So, anyways, if you guys want to be in the Iron Circle stuff, join now. You got to be making $30,000 a month or more as a minimum just to be to apply, and even then, we kind of we need to vet you out.
Yeah, you will be vetted. Yep.
Yeah. Speaking of $30,000 a month or more, like that essentially is like a milestone for a lot of gyms.
Yes.
It's just this weird time. You get this $10,000 a month thing, and there's $30,000, and there's another marker at 50, and then 70 to 80, and then even 100 is another marker. That there's these like growth phases of gyms, and we can draw this whole thing out. But we actually have this on the document, but we're gonna make it into an infographic for everybody. But the goal, if you really think about ProFit, who we are, we're gym business coaches. When we work with gyms, my first task, depending on where you're at, if you're not quite at this point yet, is always to get your recurring revenue greater than your base operating expenses.
To the point where when we say 30,000, the goal is 30. It is 30,000 recurring revenue, not 1 month where you hit 30,000 and then you're doing 15 every month. It's 30,000 consistent recurring revenue each month.
Signing up members into your memberships, getting people on long-term recurring, subscriptions, membership programs at higher prices, using semi-private, but keeping people for the long term, focusing on your delivery systems and your client experience and the gamification and keeping the momentum and all this stuff. And that's really where almost the opposite of everything else you see out there. When it comes to business coaching. What you see out there in the market for business coaching is typically a marketing play for a upfront, high-ticket money grab that then rolls into nothing, or you do your best to keep somebody, or you get them in on this high ticket and who cares if they stay. Like, there's all these things going on out there where where we're talking about literally the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
I will actually sometimes tell people not to take a paid in full to grow the EFT, because if all you focus on, which we call the delta, and we have a delta tracker, this is our one KPI that we focus on, getting gyms to get their recurring revenue higher than their base operating expenses. I was just talking to a gym owner yesterday, and we were there with him, and you could see the relief settle in over this gentleman's face on Zoom. And it's like, okay, we ran his numbers. We track his base operating expenses. You know, not only are you trying to grow your EFT, but you're also trying to reduce your expenses sometimes, right? Like there's some things that you can cut back, or, you know, fire somebody, whatever, to lower that BOE. But this is the first month now on a recurring level, he's hitting his base operating expense in recurring revenue without having to make one sale.
Yeah, that's huge.
And in the past, he's been having to bolt in high ticket sales to cover that gap, like a $2,000 or $3,000 one-time thing, because he's always like $3,000 to $5,000 short every month. So instead of coming out of the bank or out of savings, he's trying to pitch a high ticket thing. Cool, got me through this month. Meanwhile, if all he did 3 months ago was focus on growing your EFT, he would have been there. But we're there now. We're there now, and it's really cool because you could see this guy is just like clear. I've never been more clear. I know what I need to do. I'm focused on recurring, and his life's great. And it's just this weird tipping point that happens in gyms, is when you get to this point where, I don't care if your base operating expense is $15,000 or $65,000. When you hit that recurring level, that if you just disappear, well, obviously you can't disappear because the clients will all leave and then you'll be back. But if you as the gym owner were to not make a sale or go on vacation for 3 months, the gym's bills are paid regardless. That's the greatest feeling. This is our biggest advantage in the fitness industry, is recurring revenue. You look at other industries, freaking Walmart is even going for it. Chiropractic offices, everybody's trying to get somebody on a subscription.
Yeah.
And we have it. It's built in. It's like the one benefit of the stupid business that we own that actually is such a powerful tool that it blows my mind that gym owners throw that away with a paid in full.
Yep.
Or we just do open-ended memberships, cancel any time, or it's like, why, dude? Like, this is built in. It's expected of us.
Well, and the business is hard enough, and then you go and you choose things that are just prolonging the hardship.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I look at this whole situation is like solving the problem once. You know what I mean? If you bolt in a high ticket program, but you're not building that recurring revenue, every single month you're forced to go do something, come up with a new marketing play, find that next hook, whatever it may, or the next client that's going to, you know, be able to afford $5,000-$10,000 up front, because it's desperation, because you're in a point of scarcity, desperation. I need money now. I don't know where it's going to come from. So let me go throw shit at the wall and hope something sticks. That is going to be the case until you decide to do something different. And it's not like, you may have listened to everything Tim just said and said, yeah, you know what, you're right. But if you're going this month, if you're not changing the way you're marketing to bring in clients, if you're not changing your sales process to adhere to growing your monthly recurring revenue, you're not changing your situation. You're prolonging the hardship that you're in until you make a conscious choice to change the business to adhere to a monthly recurring revenue focus.
And you mentioned your sales process, because this is a part of the sales process.
Yep.
I was in a sales coaching program for membership sales. Like I bought this course, or it was given to me, or I watched it, and it was crazy because part of it was a drop sell to a paid in full. And it went something like this. You get somebody to a point where they agree on the membership price, and they agree that they're going to, you know, join whatever. Let's just say it's $300 a month. Okay. So it's $3,600 for the year.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, would you like to save $800? And they're going to say, yeah. Well, if you pay in full now, it's only $2,800 for the year. Are you in? And then they sell this. They literally took $3,600 off the table to give somebody the $2,800 to get the money now. And it's the exact opposite of what you should be doing. What you should be doing is saying no. If somebody's not going to sign up unless they pay for you in full, sure, take the money, but don't discount it.
Sure.
It's the opposite. I remember years ago, when I was still doing sales, I had this come up a lot. Is there a discount for a paid in full? I said, respectfully, we don't want your paid in full. I'd rather have you on recurring, whatever. I'd rather have you just as a member.
Sure.
They wanted a discount. I said, we'll take it, but we're not going to discount it. If that's the only way you want to do it, because some people don't want the card on file or whatever. Fine, take the money, but like don't discount it to offer it that they didn't even ask for. It's like the worst thing that I think you can do for your business. And gyms out there that are doing this, like, well, I don't know if they're going to be here a year, so getting the money up front, even at a discount, it's worth it. To me, your gym sucks. Your gym sucks. If you can't get somebody to stay for a year on a contract or off of a contract, then your gym sucks. Like, that's just what it is.
Well, you have a delivery problem. And that's the thing, is you're trying to solve a problem in your business by addressing the wrong system of the business. If you can't keep people coming back or spending a year within your business, you shouldn't be worried about how to hook and sell people and take their money. That's called manipulation, and that's like it's like scummy, like sales tactics, right? You have a marketing and sales business. You don't have a fitness business. You're not delivering a service that people are happy to come utilize and they want to continue to come and pay you for.
Yeah.
And if that's the situation, you better damn well be looking inside the four walls of your business on the delivery of your product and service, as opposed to how to go sell more people into your shitty service.
Yeah.
But but it goes back to the mindset of the owner, right? Human nature says, like, if somebody's offering you the money, of course, naturally it makes sense to want to take it up front. But if you know that you're hurting your future business by doing so, that's a different position. Like, that is a different level of understanding and awareness. But yet gym owner after gym owner after gym owner, they're making a desperate move, taking the money, creating those high ticket programs because they don't have faith in their business. Mm-hmm. They aren't addressing the problems in their business. They've taken a course, they've been told this is the way, and they're just focused on marketing and selling.
It's unfortunate, but I will tell you this, guys. We do have training on KPIs that we really look at. We call the delta. It's literally the growth or decay of your EFT, which is all we care about. When I look at this gym, even if we're down members, if our EFT is up, i.e. our delta, because we have a higher price point than the people leaving, or we got 5 people off a freeze and 2 people upgrade, whatever.
Yeah.
If the delta is positive, that's all that matters, because numbers don't matter. Revenue per member doesn't matter. Essentially, churn doesn't matter if your delta is positive. Correct. It's like you want all those things to be good too, but like, it doesn't matter if your EFT grew, even though you lost members and people left and froze, and if your EFT is up, that's the only thing that matters.
It's like the health of the business. You know what I mean? And you're right. Like, all of the other things, yes, are they important, and should you be aware of that, and can you work on those things? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But if the business revenue month over recurring is growing, you're winning.
We'll do another episode later on the 2 KPIs. Like, there's only 2 I look at religiously. I mean, sure, I'll scan the other ones, sure, but none of the other 2 matter if these 2 don't. Unless we want to talk about it now. Let's do another show.
Yeah, we did do a show on it.
All right. I've got the 2 most important KPIs. I've boiled all of the KPIs down to the 2 most important ones that are going to drive your business. Period. Like, it's all you look at. It's all I've ever looked at for the last 5 years. Mm-hmm. And I've seen gyms that track every freaking penny and every percentage. None of it matters if these 2 aren't in line. It's the weirdest thing. I mean, it's the simplest thing.
It is.
But it's talk about simplifying your business.
Yep.
It's just like, get down to these two KPIs, and that's all I care about. And Zach knows. Mm-hmm. They're bright and center. They're freaking highlighted on these. I don't even. I'll go scan through all the other stuff.
He created the spreadsheets to make sure that they're right in front of you.
Yeah, it's right there. The dashboard.
The dashboard. Yeah.
So yeah, guys. Listen, if you're not currently, if your membership base isn't currently or recurring revenue greater than your base operating expenses, you need to stop everything else. sign up members, obviously, but take a hard look at why people aren't staying. Fix your delivery systems, but don't sabotage yourself with front-end, high-ticket, paid-in-full programs that you can't keep somebody around for the long term.
Yeah.
That's it. Yep. Really what it comes down to. And when you do, guys, it's the cleanest, clearest I've ever seen. The cloudiness comes out of their eyes and they can focus again. And now you're not making these shiny ball decisions and magic bullet things to try to solve and put a Band-Aid over the problem. You're actually doing the surgery and repairing the broken bone.
There you go.
That's what you're doing. Your structure of your business is broken. Your foundation is broken. It's the whole built to win, built to grow philosophy. That's just what it is. So hopefully that was a short one. Sounds like we bitch sometimes, but really we just care about you winning, gym owners. That's it. And I because I'm a gym owner, I get hit with ads. I see what's being said to you out there, and I just want you to be clear on what it is that your business needs to be doing versus letting all this other stuff go. Because as soon as you block out everything else and you get really clear on this one thing, your life changes, and that's what we want. So hopefully that helps you guys. Until next episode, keep changing lives. Also, if you want to be on that virtual event with Jesse Eitzler, come join us in the Iron Circle, ironcircle.net, link in show notes. See you on the next show. Bye. All right. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Built to Grow podcast. If you want more help growing your business, join our free Facebook group, Profit Accelerator, helping training gyms grow to $30,000 a month and beyond. We'd love to see you there. Go check out the show notes for the link and keep building something great. And we'll see you in the next episode.